There's a family of cosplayers, a woman in the kitchen, Tony Montana, and scenes so corny it might just work. Hello, Popcorn Recap here. Today we'll talk about a 2002 comedy movie called The Master of Disguise. Before we start, be sure to like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you dig this summary. Don't be fooled by this hot and sexy spy agent running away from her pursuers because she's a chap. Yes, that's right. So hold your horses, horny boys. The lady's true identity is Fabbrizio Disguisey, and he's a master of disguise. Fabbrizio successfully escapes his pursuers and puts his enemy Mr. Brown into jail. After that mission, Fabbrizio decides to retire from being a master of disguise. He also swears that he'll never let his son know about their family's true calling. Several years pass, and Fabbrizio lives an ordinary life. He owns an Italian restaurant and has a son named Pistachio. Since childhood, Pistachio has had a weird habit of impersonating other people. As time goes by, he not only grows up weird, but also develops the most annoying face and personality ever known to man. Pistachio works at his father's restaurant, but let's face it, he sucks at it a lot. Not only does he mess up waiting tables, but he also loves sprinkling cheese all over the customers. Sadly, the customers are the ones that get kicked out when that happens, not Pistachio. The only thing this guy is going is his love for big trunks. What was that saying again? I like big butts and I cannot lie. Wait, that's about it for him though. He can't even get a girlfriend, for crying out loud. I mean, look at that face. It's safe to say that only a mother can love that face. Alright, let's get back to the story. One fateful night later, everything changes for our boy Pistachio. While spying on their neighbors one night, Pistachio sees strange men kidnapped his father. He later learns that they took his mother too. Pistachio tries calling the cops for help, but they slam the phone on him because of his annoying voice. Confused and overwhelmed by what's happening, the poor boy faints while holding his mother's cannoli. When he wakes up later, he comes face to face with a strange old guy. It turns out he's Pistachio's grandfather. He's there to help his grandson find his missing parents. He tells Pistachio about the family's secret and demonstrates his disguise prowess. Without questioning the validity of the old geezer's claims, Pistachio accepts everything he says. Next, grandfather asks about Fabricio's nest. Pistachio leads him to the library, and they find a highly questionable sculpture. Things start to move after they touched it, and a hidden door opens. After locating the nest, Pistachio begins his journey to become a true master of disguise and save his parents. From putting on makeup and realistic masks, and even hypnotizing a cobra, Pistachio tries learning their family's secret trade. The only thing that he struggles with is slapping the hell out of their slap dummy. It's even safe to say that Pistachio is the one that has his face rearranged during the training. With the basics down, grandfather decides it's time for them to look for Pistachio's assistant. They screen plenty of candidates, but none of them pass grandfather's standards. Just when they were about to lose hope, a kid named Barney knocked on the door. Feeling pity for his broke mother, Barney decides to lead Jennifer into Pistachio's interview that day. Pistachio and his grandfather think Jennifer is a good fit for the job. Their only complaint is that she has a small trunk, but they roll with it. Since Pistachio is now a level 1.5 master of disguise, grandfather feels he's ready to face the forces of darkness. Before leaving, grandfather gives Pistachio two things: the nest in the box and this disguisey bowl of knowledge. So, what is the first thing that he and Jennifer do? They go dumpster diving. Despite his gadgets and training, Pistachio doesn't find any clues about his parents' abduction. The one that finds a lead is Jennifer, and it's a place of an expensive cigar. According to her, it comes from a place called the Turtle Club. Pistachio suggests that they visit the club, but Jennifer says it's impossible because it's an exclusive place. He laughs at her and implies that he has a plan to turn the impossible possible. So what is it? Simple. Become the most annoying turtle man in the world because it's the Turtle Club. The plan fails, of course. I mean, how could it? Fortunately for Pistachio, Jennifer saves the day by using her charms. In the end, they walk to the club cigar maker and discover that it was for Devlin Bowman's private collection. Freaked out of what happened at the club, Jennifer expresses her concerns regarding her employer's mental health. She then innocently reveals that she has a boyfriend. It causes Pistachio's brain to break down, and he accidentally insults her for having a tiny bum. Elsewhere, Jesse Ventura takes the Liberty Bell away from handing the guards his action figures. Of course, it is not Jesse, but Fabbrizio in disguise. It turns out that he is now working for Mr. Bowman. He disguises himself as a celebrity and steals the world's rarest items for Bowman. Why doesn't he fight back, you ask? Well, it's because Bowman has Mrs. Disguisey hostage in a kitchen somewhere, continuously making meals for God knows who. If he doesn't follow Bowman's instructions, one of his henchmen will pounce on Mrs. Disguisey and probably cook her instead. The next day, Pistachio gets to meet Jennifer's boyfriend, Trent. He's one of those guys that act nice and cool when the girl is present, but turns into a douche when she isn't around. After seeing that Pistachio is close with Barney, Trent feels threatened, so he confronts him. During that time, Pistachio's weird habit of imitating people kicks in, and it annoys Trent. Pistachio then tries using his scrappy slap move on Trent, but it doesn't work. Fortunately for him, Barney and Jennifer arrive just in time to force Trent into stopping his aggression. While Pistachio gets choked by the slap dummy that night, Jennifer discovers Bowman's profile at classmates.com. It clearly states his evil plan: gather all of Earth's rarest treasures and store them in his secret underground lair. Pistachio then wonders where they can find him. In response, Jennifer says Bowman might be present at the memorabilia fair the next day. Pistachio thinks the idea is so crazy that it might work. So Pistachio turns up at the fair the next day, disguised as an annoying old lady, and Jennifer as her PA. As they expected, Bowman is also at the fair, and he quickly gets interested in Jennifer. Despite Pistachio's annoying antics, Bowman invites Jennifer to a party he's hosting on Sunday. After that, Pistachio comes up with a plan, but Jennifer doesn't seem to like it. The plan is simple. Jennifer will sneak into the mansion and look for clues about Pistachio's parents. As for Pistachio, he's in charge for distracting Bowman. How does the master of disguise plan to do that, you ask? Well, he disguises himself as an annoying and hairy Cuban drug dealer named Tony. Jennifer finds some clues, but she gets caught by Bowman. After that, Pistachio's distraction annoys Bowman enough that he sends his guards to capture him. He runs away and comes back in a different disguise to rescue Jennifer. So that night, Pistachio deduces that Bowman forced Fabbrizio to use his disguising skills and steal rare treasures. Then Pistachio gets into a fight with Trent, who is dating a different woman right now in front of Jennifer. With the help of his lab training, Pistachio lets out several perfect "Who's Your Daddy" slaps and knocks out Trent. Impressed by Pistachio's bravado that night, Jennifer forgets about Trent and falls in love with him. They seal a new relationship with a kiss and an awkward goodnight. Sadly, Bowman's men arrive to kidnap Jennifer, and time is starting to run out for Pistachio. In dire need of guidance, Pistachio uses his family bowl of knowledge to contact his grandfather. He answers, but they get interrupted by Barney, who's there to inform Pistachio about his missing mother. The child also suggests a disguise that both Pistachio and his grandfather think is crazy, but might work. Meanwhile, Bowman invites a white-collar executive to his black market eBay. There he shows off the many rare items he made for Fabbrizio to steal, including Bruce Willis's wig for Die Hard 2 and the Apollo Loner module. He also boasts about forcing Fabbrizio to do all his evil biddings. After showing Fabbrizio to the executive, Bowman then reveals his plan. He is going to fake his death by using Fabbrizio. Bowman plans to superglue a mask of himself to Fabbrizio. After that, he'll push him off a cliff. Bowman then says he'll be free once everyone thinks he's dead. While Bowman shows off the rest of the items to his guests, Pistachio uses the opportunity to start his mission. It turns out that the disguise he chooses is a giant cherry pie. It's so repulsive that his dog goes into a coma. It doesn't take long for Pistachio to get in trouble with the guard. I mean, look at that costume. He might as well put strobe lights on his head. Though disgusting, the suit does come with a weapon, and by that I mean spitting cherries at the enemy. Back at the black market eBay, Bowman forces Jennifer to become a spokesmodel. Bowman gets wind of Pistachio's presence and orders his men to handle the problem. Suddenly, he grabs one of his men and takes off his face, revealing Pistachio. The master of disguise wonders how he was spotted, and Bowman points out that he's still wearing the Cherry Monster shoes. Since there's nothing else he can do, Pistachio changes to his battle gear and gets ready for some slap magic. As for Bowman, he sends his team of ninja assassins to fight. Pistachio expertly dismantles all of the ninjas and scares most of them away. Bowman then attempts to blackmail Pistachio using his mother, just like Fabbrizio, but it doesn't work. It turns out that Mrs. Disguisey is already aware of her situation and fights back against Bowman's henchmen. Before they can proceed any further with the battle, Pistachio's grandfather arrives. He's there to witness the first victory of his grandson as a level 1.5 master of disguise. To their surprise, Bowman throws a "Who's Your Daddy" surprise of his own. With Bowman's mask superglued in his face, Fabbrizio gets overwhelmed by negative energy. He starts losing his identity and thinks that he's Bowman. He then goes into the offensive and starts attacking Pistachio. Well, no one can blame the guy. Once he forgets that he's the father, it's easy to think of choking that annoying face. To make Fabbrizio come to his senses, Pistachio rips off his underwear and puts it on his head. Don't ask why, please. For some strange reason, it works, and Fabbrizio returns. Although Bowman escapes, it's a victory for the Disguisey family. They free Mama Disguisey, and Jennifer becomes Mrs. Disguisey too. Pistachio also becomes a true master of disguise. There is only one thing left to do now: finish the job by capturing Bowman and getting the Constitution back from him. So, where did Bowman go? He went to Costa Rica to have some much-needed R&R in a tropical paradise. While enjoying a cigar by the poolside, Bowman hears that President Bush is nearby. Since he's a huge fan, he goes to meet him. After taking a selfie with King George, Bowman learns it was Pistachio in disguise all along. Pistachio gets the Constitution back and slaps the living hell out of Bowman. He then laughs at the fallen Bowman together with his father and grandfather. Jeez, what a bunch of bullies these guys turned out to be. The movie ends after Bowman farts from underwater and the Masters of Disguise ask him, "Who's your daddy?"
Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notifications and leave a like. It really helps the channel.